So my name's Dylon Parr. As a modern day musician, there's some ups and there's some downs. This life chooses you, and sometimes you don't choose this life. Have you been to a live venue? Have you been to a live gig? And how did that make you feel? Because I think that shows everything, is going to a live venue and a gig and watching someone pour their heart out and really understanding why people do this. I've moved around a lot because my parents are from Griffith, Australia, New South Wales, which is 6 hours west of Sydney. So yeah, I started drumming when I was around 11. When I lived in Wollongong, Dapto, New South Wales. By the time I was 14, I packed everything up, went to Sunshine Coast, where I couldn't drum anymore for 5 years or something. And yeah, I put music aside, or just the fact that I would even play music at all, really, until I was around 18. And I was just a young kid that would take photos and be inspired by all these crazy individuals that played the hell out of their instruments, or just screaming, absolutely screaming everything they could experience, think about, all their traumas, everything was coming out at these shows. And I couldn't help myself, obviously, being the photographer, watching all this amazing magic happen in front of me. I had to be a part of it. And it was around 18, 19, I just thought, fuck it, I'm going to pick up the guitar and just give it a hot crack and do the thing I felt like I wanted to do as well, which was express myself with this instrument. I play any instrument I can get my hands on in pretty much most genres, because that's what the mission is eventually, is to just play music. Probably around 2013, 14, I made my first band at probably 21 years old or something, and played punk shows in mates' garages. And I started pretty much just getting mates together and playing music that we had inside of us, and we all just let it out. And they were the early stages of realizing that this was something I wanted to do forever. It is a incredible amount of energy to go with your friends and just travel the country and play your music to people. And that's generally why we do it. You all nearly share a certain hate-love relationship, and the downs come and you just need to be able to take them, or prepare for them, or just learn to ride with them. Yeah, there's so many people through the thing just want to leave, or, can't keep up with it, or the drugs and the alcohol get too much, and the big nights and the little sleep, and the kind of the band arguments that happen with a band is you got a few heads trying to make this one thing, and people are always not going to agree. I've been able to make many bands over the years and do pretty well, supportive wise and touring wise, but yeah, I just haven't seen, if anything, any money, because that money goes to your band and that band needs to live. Generally, the underdog musicians, to most musicians, get paid the same they were getting paid from the 70s and 80s. And that's an issue. Yeah, I've been very lucky enough to support, help out, and even run my own festival. I have never seen people more alive and happy, or like nearly out of their minds, like in a good way, like out of their heads, out of their worries and stuff, than camping out at these festivals, watching other artists doing their thing, hanging out with all your friends, all your favorite bands, all together in this one area, enjoying the experience together. And that nearly inspires me enough to do what I do. So our goal is to throw these festivals so nearly everyone can come. The biggest challenge I've faced within, the last 15 years of being in this industry and this scene is getting people to the shows, especially to the underground shows. And now there's a lot more risk taken with it. And even the bigger artists that I know are still struggling to get grants or anything that would help, collectively get our work out there and continue making this music. But because of modern inflation, DJs, AI, like there's a few things that have really made it hard to continue an art form. I think a lot of people get to the stage, even while they still going through it, you always ask yourself, like, is this worth it? What am I doing? Because it's so, you kind of dependent on yourself to push your own work out. As soon as I started living what we would call a traditional career path or lifestyle, I instantly bailed from that.